This is Hive magazine. I'm Danny Baker, and today I am here chatting to friends of friends. How are we doing?
Hey, good. Yeah, doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, of course, to start off, the main reason that we're chatting today is because you have your new EP, Synthetic Flower Chainsaw, coming out on the 24th, not too far away now. How are you feeling to start off?
Oh, it's always a bit of a funny feeling because you've been like we've been sitting with these songs for a little while now, and you almost start getting a bit sick of them. But or but it's exciting. I'm really excited to finally let them go and just be a part of the world. It's just it gets a bit stuffy sitting with them for so long. So yeah, I'm excited.
Of course, of course. And you've had three of the singles put out already.
Yeah,
How have
that's
they been
right.
received?
Yeah, really well. Which feels weird to say. Honestly, been really shocked at the response. It's done really well, especially in the UK. We've had some great kind of magazines get on board, and people say some really great things about us, and BBC's been really kind as well. Definitely shocked though. It's kind of the first time where we've had that kind of like industry kind of nod of approval, which is really cool. So we're just excited to keep pushing and see what happens.
Of course, of course. It's that kind of like validation as well. Like I get that as a journalist too, where it's like, okay, I'm doing something right here. It's great.
Oh, massively. Yeah, no, it is. And, we definitely tried a few just very different things this time around. And I wanted to say something kind of specific. So it's always a bit nerve-wracking when you're doing something that's out of your comfort zone. So like for that to be received like better than we thought was even possible is yeah, extremely validating. It's cool. It makes you feel like, yes, okay, we're on the right path. So
Yeah, of course. And the tracks are like insanely catchy as well. I'm loving all of them so far. Um,
oh, thank you so
and
much.
one that is yet to be released is, of course, the title track itself. So,
Mm.
how did you like? What made you choose to make that the title track, and How did Synthetic Flower Chainsaw kind of come about?
Yeah, so that was it was the first track um we had kind of made for the EP, and I just knew, like me personally, I just knew I wanted to make something like our first EP we put out. Its title track was like a little piece of music. It didn't have any vocals on it, and this time around, I wanted to do something similar. That was almost like it was like the thumbprint for the whole thing, and the moment where I could say exactly what I wanted to say. And obviously, it's just that like robotic voice that's like a text to speech kind of thing from like the old Mac like text prompt thing. But it because it's not a song exactly, it kind of let me do whatever I wanted to in it. But yeah, it was kind of like the first touchstone of the whole thing, and we wanted it to be a bit weird and a bit, out there. And I don't know, it's a bit. It's what I'm the most nervous about because it's not really a song. So
Amazing,
yeah,
amazing. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I must say. So it'll be interesting to hear
cool.
the EP start to finish kind of thing. How would you say
Mm.
it compares sonically to the previous EP, Real Life Right Now?
Yeah, I think like I hope it worked, but my goal, like as a writer, was I just wanted to put everything at 100%. And, the rest of the guys, we just really wanted to do like, when we do a love song, we want it to be like extreme. And when we do like a song like Attention, where we're just getting like frustrated at the world, we want it to be like extreme frustration, like everything up to maximum. Um, and so that's like the how we approached this EP. But the last EP was it was kind of like our first kind of like foray into the whole sort of EP world, and like it was a bunch of like songs that we had written over a bit of a longer period of time, and it was different. It was a bit more like we were trying maybe a bit too hard on a few things, and where this time we just literally do not care. Like we've done what we want to do this time, and like I was able to mix the CP myself, and um, we haven't done that before, so it's all very like what you hear is exactly what you get with it. It's literally from like this little room I'm in now to Spotify. So
Yeah.
hopefully it all works out.
Was it like the 5 tracks? Did you know that was going to be the EP straight away, or did you have like more tracks and then kind of had to narrow it down?
We knew pretty early on. No, it was almost by design. Like the title track, Synthetic Flower Chainsaw. We've that the name of that we had come up with on tour at the end of last year, and we just knew we wanted to make something like a bit bizarre, like maybe a slight nod to Radiohead kind of thing. And from there, we like we had written like Attention was real quick. They were all pretty fast, and once we had written, I think Happier was the last one we wrote. We were like, "Yep, that's it. That's the EP done." Like, and then we kind of just slowly from like demo mode just started sort of re-recording them and getting them how we wanted. And but yeah, no, we knew pretty early on that this is exactly how we want it to feel. So hopefully people listen to it from start to finish, and it all kind of gets a bit butchered. Like, and it's fair enough. Like I do that all the time with all my favorite artists as well. So, but yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many different influences that kind of go into creating that Friends of Friends sound. As you said, it's a bit different, a bit more out there, especially with this EP. Are there any other like artists in particular that kind of stand out, would you say, in terms of your influence?
Yeah, there's definitely yeah, there's heaps. I mean, the funny thing for us is uh this is a bit too behind the curtain, but we like before we start a project, I'll like make a playlist of all the kind of music that I'm really enjoying. It's not like current music. It's usually, from all over the shop, but and we'll share like just tracks of artists that we love and kind of like piece together sort of like what we're enjoying, and then take from that. And so it kind of like, you know, for this EP, there was a little bit of like placebo in there. We were listening to heaps of placebo actually. We were listening to a little bit of Blink, and a few others. I think even a bit of Phoebe Bridges at the time. Um, and you know, it just sort of became what it became, I guess. But yeah, like all of our stuff, it kind of, for us, we talk about how it feels like it's just like our favorite playlist kind of thing, but it's just, I don't know, somehow it's all woven together, and, it's still Friends of Friends, but yeah, we want it to feel like a playlist, not like the same song 100 times. So,
Yeah, of course. I think that's what makes it work so well, though, and especially if it's music that you're enjoying, it's music you're going to enjoy making and enjoy playing, and that's like,
mm.
people that are listening and your fans kind of see that.
Yeah, that is important for us. Like I want to love everything that I sing, and the guys want to love everything that they play, and you know, it's one of those things. Like I would rather do what we want to do than try to be something that we're not anyway. So yeah, yeah.
Of course. I think the advantage of kind of having all these different influences come in to create your sound is you can fit onto so many different touring lineups as well. You don't have to kind of confine to one genre. And like
Yeah.
already that is shown with you guys. Like you've toured with like Set It Off, Kasabian. There's been some massive names
Mm,
on there. Has there been any that
yeah.
have like have you got like a favourite memory or like like anything that stands out in particular when you've been touring?
Yeah, there's definitely been some good ones. We Kasabian was pretty cool. That was definitely a great one. The crowd was funny because obviously such a big like soccer band, like football was everywhere, and there was like flares out the front, and so the crowd was just rowdy and ready to go. So that's always they're always good. Like when it's like a little bit intoxicating, and everyone's just there to have fun. And I don't know. It's just the that kind of atmosphere makes it so much better. So
You've been touring a lot around Australia. Do you think there's
Mm.
potential for you to go outside of Australia soon?
Yeah, look, we've got a few opportunities coming up for the UK. So we're hoping that those come through, and then, but we're like personally as a band, we're wanting to come over and just do like even like a one-off London show in like kind of April kind of timing. So hopefully we'll get over there and maybe we'll be able to jump on a few other things while we're there. That's the plan anyway. So we'll see how we go. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, but
of
no,
course.
definitely keen, definitely keen.
Yeah,
So,
after hearing all of the like EP tracks and everything, like I need some kind of UK show from you guys. It needs to happen.
oh, that would be great.
And I
Yeah,
think
that would be so great.
yeah, and I think you've seen so much love over here, as you said. Like you've been played on like
Mm,
BBC Radio One and like the BBC Introducer and all of that kind
mm,
of stuff. You're on like all the different playlists, so I think
yeah.
the audience is definitely there. You know?
Yeah, that part's really exciting. Like, it's almost funny. I mean, the weird thing is, like my family, we're all British, so like I've kind of grown up in this slightly weird bubble where like that's what I kind of grew up listening to as well, and so I like it didn't even occur to me until the other day. I was like, shivers, I've just been listening to all this stuff, and it's kind of like maybe it's just the way that like we've consumed all of this kind of UK culture and it's just coming back out and it's just somehow resonating. Like it's really weird. It's bizarre, but I'm so stoked. Like we're just so stoked that they're so receptive. But I mean, obviously, yeah, even maybe more receptive than our fellow Aussies. So yeah, it's been
Before
good.
you know it, you'll be touring over here more than that.
Look, I hope so. That would be great. That would be great. I would be very into that.
Do you have like a dream artist to tour with? Like if you could pick anyone?
Dream artist shivers. You know what? This is very sad, but I do have to mention this. We've been playing this song by Stereophonics called Dakota. Like do you know Stereophonics? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like our first big cover. And then we just got booked to do their Australia tour, like their full Australia tour. And then the lead singer hurt himself and had to cancel like last minute. So we were gonna go play like in 2 weeks around Australia, and they were literally bucket list. Like we
Yeah.
were so excited. So that would have been great. I mean, other than that, like I mean, all the greats really. Maybe like Absolute Fantasyland. Uh, yeah, Absolute Fantasyland. I would love to play with like Sam Fender or even like Radiohead would be crazy, right? Like I don't even know if they're still touring, but um, yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
that'd be it.
Again, with like Sam Fender and stuff, it's very much like that, like British indie scene and everything. Like again, appealing to that UK market. I can see that very much in like your music and your style,
Yeah,
and even with your answers here.
yeah, yeah. So funny. It is funny. It's sort of just yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to explain
Yeah,
that.
you're like an
No,
honorary Brit.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah.
But of course, like back home in Australia too, you're playing
Mm,
fully AMTD Festival next month, which is an incredible
yeah,
fundraising gig that's gone on the last few years. Um, did
yeah,
you apply for that or were you asked to do it? And could you kind of explain a little bit more about it for those who aren't familiar with it?
yeah. So there's a guy that runs it. His name's Dale, and he's from a really amazing band called Ocean Grove. And weirdly, like we've been big fans of them for ages, and he just happened to like reach out and say, "Hey, love your stuff. Like, would love to have you come play this like fundraising little mini festival that I put on." And so, like, obviously, we were like stoked, and I think we even said yes to it like a year ago. Like, it might have been like the end of last year. Like, we were just so pumped. But then it's all the fundraising goes towards like an Australian charity called Support Act, and they help like musicians and people in the industry with mental health and all that kind of stuff, which is amazing. And it's really like Australia is one of those tougher countries to tour in, not just because we don't have as many people here, but because the country's so big. And so like touring is like a slog. It can be really hard, and you can't just like, load up on a bus and then you sort of go to sleep and wake up in the next city. It's like it's a full like it's flights, it's hours of flights, and it's
Yeah.
carting gear around, and it's so expensive. And anyway, so these guys are great. They just like jump on the phone with you and you're just feeling a bit, whatever
Yeah.
after all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And yeah, so it's fundraising for that, which is sick. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. It looks so cool. Like I wish we had something like that over here. Like every year I've seen like a lot of the Aussie artists that I love are kind of playing that, and of course Ocean
Oh,
Grove are
cool. Yeah.
incredible too. Like
Yeah. Yeah. They're so cool. Yeah. I know.
yeah,
I just want to be like them, really. They're so sick. But
yeah.
yeah.
As a band that's been part of kind of the Aussie scene for a little while now, are there any like smaller venues or like any spots in particular that are like meaningful to you?
Mm, there's definitely, yeah, there's some that I love, that definitely have a place in my heart. Like there's, especially like in Brisbane, because we kind of cut our teeth and made us our way, like it's our hometown. But like there's one venue called the Brightside that is fantastic and we love. And then there's also like these funny small ones. Like our first show was at this like, I don't think they'll ever hear this, but it's this horrible venue called the Greaser, and but it's like so bad that it's kind of fun, and it's like got like no stage. It's that horrible like pattern carpet, and it's always smells like vomit, and like it's so bad. But like you can't help but love it. It's
Yeah,
just one of
every
those
city has
horrible
that
dingy.
venue. It's
Yeah, and like look,
like the
yeah, and the
paint's
thing
peeling
is,
off the walls, like there's no
yeah,
stage, the worst PA known to man, but like
yes,
you love it.
yeah. You love it, and that like you got to start somewhere, and there's maybe not enough of those small venues that give people a go. So yeah, as much
Absolutely.
as I love to hate, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta support the ones that are still around, definitely.
Mm,
Um,
yeah, for sure,
yeah.
for sure.
Are there any like up and coming bands that you're wanting to shout out as well that you're loving?
Yeah, there's another band from Adelaide, which is like almost like half the country away, but they're called Puree. We like have just started like becoming mates with them. We like knew about their music before like we had met them. But they're really cool. They make great music. Really love Puree. Yeah, definitely big shout out to Puree. Like the baby food kind of
Yeah,
puree.
amazing.
Yeah, no, that's sweet.
And then my final question for you today: what is one thing you'd like to achieve by this time next year?
Ooh. Um, yeah, that's a big question. Look, I think like for us, we like this time next year, I would love to have an album out, and I would love to have like either like been able to tour the UK and Europe, um, or been able to play some of those festivals over there. I think that would be like if we were able to do those two things, I'd be like, yeah, okay, well, it's working.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah,
Well, that's a great note to end this on. Thank you so much for being here with me.
perfect. Thanks, Danny. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, and this has been Hive Magazine with Friends of Friends.